Hello, I'm Pam Carruthers of HealingStars.com. This is how I work when I'm looking for the best possible date and best possible time to launch with the stars, to find auspicious event task. It says it's called Muhurta, and I do use Vedic Astrology. I find it works really well, as my client Mark Albus has described in his wonderful testimonial. So this is the chart, and it is for Hove, where I live, and it's the 20th of May 2024, and it's set this time is 1924, as it happens. So what I'm looking at is this chart, this bar chart. 66, that's pretty good, but look here, very low, it's only 10, and then down here 62. So what we would like is this to be much higher. We have got, this is the chart, it's Southern Indian chart, so we have got, there's Neptune, not really used in Vedic astrology, but there's Mars up there with Rahu. That is not an easy combination, to say the least. Here's Mercury, now in Aries. Uranus, again, not really recognised in Vedic astrology, but this is really lovely. We have Venus and the Sun and Jupiter, and Venus has only just moved into Taurus, where the Sun and Jupiter are. The Moon is down here, it's in Libra, and that's a good sign for the Moon. It's not bad at all. And then this is the result chart, Navamsha it's called, the D9. So here we get the Sun and Jupiter together, albeit not in a very favourable sign. We get Venus and Mars. That's quite interesting, she says. There's the Moon down here. Now it's in Scorpio, and that's Saturn opposite. That's testing. The ascendant is over here with Mercury. That's all right. That's good. Fair enough. But overall, it's not very good. The reason, very big reason, is the only planet in its strength is Saturn. That's the green. See the green there? So if I go 7 days ahead, is it doing it? Oh, yes it does. It's just done it. So here, wow, this is a huge improvement. Look at this, 88%. Very, very good. Here, 60%. So that is much, much better. A whole week difference. And again, 62 is excellent. So here, the Moon, which moves the fastest, is here. Jupiter 7th, 8th, 9th, yes. Jupiter looks at the Moon, supporting the Moon being the mind, the emotions. The Tissy is another thing I look at, 5, that's okay, that's all right. Uttara Ashada is the lunar mansion, the next nakshatra, and the Devati is the Vishvadevas. They are positive. So overall, that's a pretty good date. That's the 27th. That's in the UK is a bank holiday. Now let's move forward again another week. Yeah. So here, that's interesting. We've got again a good score, 77 here. That's gone down to 30. Now what's happened is Mars. Mars is now in its own sign of Aries. It does that every 2 years. It's an excellent place for Mars. It's it's in its own sign. It's strong there, and the Moon is there next to Mars. That can be okay. Uranus is interesting, changed sign, but there's Jupiter, the Sun. Mercury has changed now, and Venus. So all these planets together are a very, very powerful energy, very focused on Venus, to do with relationships, to do with love, the material world. And as it happens in this chart, they are in the 7th house of relationships. Saturn, by the way, is very powerful right now. It is in, it's called Muladrikona. It really likes that sign of Aquarius. It's governed by the Moon. It's a Monday, and the lunar mansion is called Bharani, which is not an easy lunar mansion, but it is about giving birth. So it could be very good for a creative person. So then I get moved forward another week. Aha, now we're getting more strength. So here, that second bar chart has gone up to 80%. The top one is 66, so they've got 80 here, and then 62 down there. So this is very much better, because we've got obviously Mars in its own sign, Venus in its own sign. The moon likes that particular sign. It's the sign of Cancer, and the ascendant, as I said, is to do with Scorpio energy. Mars in its own sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the 6th house, not especially good, but it's pretty good, as you can see. So that makes sense to me. If we look here, that's Jupiter is much nicer. Nicer, wrong word. That is a benefic in its own sign of Pisces. So this changes according to the day and the time of day as well. So if I was casting, doing an election, that's what they call Muhurta, I would be also looking to see if this improved depending on the time of day or the day of the week. Venus is debilitated here, so that's not particularly great. I'll go one more week just to wrap this up. Yeah, there we are, another week, 17th of June. That's where Mercury and the Sun and Venus have all changed sign. They are now in Gemini, so they are connected very much, and Mercury is in its own sign. The Moon is here in Libra. There's Mars, that's pretty good. The day lord is still the Moon, of course, and the Devati is called Vayu. That's the wind. And look, overall it says it's auspicious. So those are some examples of how I work, and I would love you to book a consultation if you are planning something big. It can be, literally starting a membership website, for instance, would be one. Anything you want to grow and build and get the best time, and then the Navamsha chart will show you the result. That's key to success. Thank you for watching. Pam Carruthers of healingstars.com.